apparently Martin had to remind me at the beginning of the show. Cartoon Yetis, that's the latest craze in Hollywood. You wouldn't even know it.
No.
But we just had 3 of them.
This is the third.
MIssing Link,
Smallfoot, and now Abominable.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You did that, Yi.
I did that?
Double Toasted live in Los Angeles, October 18th. Join us there for a big night.
Sometimes these things are like there's some event that kicks this off, but I don't know. It's like, is it something with Tibet that's going on?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is either. It's back in the day when if somebody had one studio had an asteroid movie, another studio had to have an asteroid movie. Somebody had a volcano movie, another studio had to have it. Nowadays, the studio got a universe, another studio got a universe. So I told Martin this again. I want to know who the head executive is. Like, where's my cartoon Yeti movie? Why don't we have one of those? Dreamworks said we might just be the one that
challenge accepted.
Yeah, it ain't. All these other people, they try to do original shit, not us. I'll tell you what I mean by that in a minute. You got this. Look, it starts out cool enough. I mean, they give me some Asian love out there. They talk. For one, we got that Asian representation going on. Got a teenage girl. Oh my God, cut your sound down, girl. Got this teenage girl here named Yi. Teenage Chinese girl, Yi. Yi don't have no friends. Only friend she got is a violin. And out there sneaking around on these streets, parents don't know what she's up to. One night in her sneaking around, she goes up to the roof to play a violin and hide her drug money. And she happens to hear this growling in the shadows, and it turns out she got a Yeti hiding in her shack.
An escaped Yeti.
An escaped Yeti. Fugitive Yeti on the run. And of course, being the kind girl that she is, she's like, I ain't gonna sell your ass out. I don't know what the price tag is, but I ain't gonna sell you.
That trip I want to take.
Yeah,
but,
no, I ain't. That's right. She's trying to get some money. I wonder if there was a reward out. She would have been like, he's here, this bitch is here. But no, she said, I ain't gonna snitch your ass out because you're big, cute, and fluffy, and lovely, and you're kind, and you know what? I see you looking at this big billboard across the street. Conveniently across the street of Mount Everest. I'm a smart girl. You keep looking at that. That must be your home. You know what? You so cool, I'm going to get you back home. And that is where we come into the story here about can this girl who is saving all this money to take this huge trip that her deceased father, was supposed to take, can she actually make that happen in the most memorable way ever? I mean, when the father was talking about taking this trip, it was just going to be them.
Yeah.
Now she gets to take it with a goddamn mythical creature.
Yeah, all the better.
She's like, yeah, your dad ain't got shit on his face. Sorry, Dad, you dead and everything. But yeah, how many kids get to take a road trip with a Yeti?
There's a Yeti on my roof.
Yeah, why does that never happen?
When Yi sets her mind on something, nothing is impossible. I've got blueberries in places where blueberries should never be.
I ain't gonna lie, that's hot. Got that.
Got those button implants.
Yeah, got that Kardashian shit going on. That baboon Kardashian shit going on. So my first impressions of the movie, when I'm in the early stages of it, when it starts out, I'm looking at it and I say, hey, listen, I'm not expecting Pixar level writing here.
Sure.
I know that this movie doesn't probably have high aspirations as to going that far. Pixar's always been about, just give you money. We want to put shit out there to just make kids cry enough to make the parents take them to the theater to watch something. We ain't trying to get no Oscars or anything. We just want to get paid. I understand that. That's fine. But I gotta say, watching this, can we? And this is how I felt when I was watching this. I was like, can we take a break from the ET formula for a little while?
Nope.
No. Y'all know the ET formula right there. You know your butt down. ET like he outside some girl's window. Hey girl.
He about to get hashtagged.
Got that finger for you. We won't go away. But yeah, y'all know, man, look, I love E.T. And E.T. kicked off a lot of ripoffs. And they extend to this day. And you could look, I know you can even throw in a little bit of a Harry and the Hendersons in there too. Because you're dealing with a cold Bigfoot or something, you know.
Cold Bigfoot. Come on, you can at least call him a snow Bigfoot.
No, he's cold. But you know, we all remember the story about E.T. finding a little kid on Earth, and the kid had to help him get back home.
Yeah, get away from the evil.
Get away from the evil grown-ups who just want to, cut him up and see what he got going on the inside. You know, and E.T.'s at home now. Let him enjoy his family. We don't need to keep revisiting this formula right here. And that's what they, and that's what we've seen with a lot of things today. It's a very simple formula. The formula, which is. It's a formula that they use when, they don't feel like really writing shit. We don't really want to think that hard.
Now, come on, man. You didn't call it on Bumblebee. You can't call it now.
I did call it on Bumblebee. I said Bumblebee did the exact same thing, and I wasn't tired as I am now of that formula. Bumblebee I was still letting slide. Now I'm just, and Bumblebee was doing some cool shit because it did something cool. I said, look, if you got to rip off another movie to make Transformers good, after years of suffering bullshit movies from the Transformers, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Rip off anything you want to make this shit digestible.
Yeah.
But I looked at this and I'm just like, okay, this is this gets right down to it where, it's like, we find a creature, gotta help the creature escape from the asshole adults that want to kill it and dissect it or pimp it out or whatever.
Right.
Then and then we got to help it get home. That's that is the formula that we've been going through with a lot of things that we've seen. I can't really hold this movie to it, but it's like, this
it makes you realize just how much this gets used over and over again.
Well, I tell you what it was. There are moments where I feel like this movie is very lazy in what it does. Because maybe I hold the formula against movies that just have, lazy areas of writing. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't make it better. You heard in the trailer. It doesn't make it better that everything is solved with magic. He can't just be a Yeti. He has to be a magical Yeti. He's got to have the powers of a goddamn leprechaun or something too. They're getting all these myths mixed together just because it makes it easy. These kids on a road trip, basically on an adventure. They're gonna have some hardships. Like, what we gonna eat?
Right.
Who needs to worry about food when Everest has his? That's the name of the creature, by the way. Everest. I'm sorry, Everest. Who needs to worry about food when Everest has his nature power to just simply put his hands on a broom and start humming Amazing Grace?
Yeah, this is like Amazing Grace, right? Is somebody getting buried?
Would he just? He could just hum an old Negro spiritual and just make blueberries grow?
Why is he making that? These are delicious. That doesn't make any sense.
Man, you goddamn right it don't. Didn't even try. There are some places. Like one of the things in here that really bothered me with some of the writing is I can deal with it. Look, you can use magic for a lot of things, know, but there was things in here where they use just for convenient escapes. Mm-hmm. There's who's worried about being captured? You can just make hot air balloons out of dandelions. Yeah, they don't even make it. Like, dandelions don't even float.
I know.
They don't even make any sense.
Look, you take a dandelion and you can blow it in the air and it will float, but only because it's lighter than air.
And the thing is, the little particles afloat. Not the whole goddamn flower.
The moment he jumped on there, they would just plummet it to the bottom and died. Yeah.
Get off. I'm sorry, I had to live.
I'm sorry, Everest.
I'm sorry.
I'll never forget you.
We tried. We just had to forget you. But you know, and it brings the question, okay, if you this magical, how the did you get caught in the first place? They must have caught you sleeping or something. What were you doing, man? When you bending over picking up something, they shot you in the ass or something? I mean, it brings a lot to question there. But I'm gonna tell you something. I do the characters I do like. Yi, who's voiced by Chloe Bennett.
Yeah.
From
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Man, look, with the way kids are taught to be all about themselves and always getting likes and being on the social media and getting Instagram. Yi is cool with me, man.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, thank you. They show that there are some teenagers who are just like, I'm not down with all that shallow bullshit.
Oh yeah, Yi is a loner, and the reason why, because she ain't with the bullshit. Yi got about 10 different jobs working.
She's working towards a goal.
Yeah, she's working towards a goal, and like I said, when she and really when other people out there, you know, trying to worried about people they don't even know on the internet and having fake friends and everything, she doesn't mind being alone.
No,
she goes off by herself and just like I said, she just bugs the f out of her neighbors playing that violin on the rooftop at night.
Yeah, other kids make fun of her. She's not sad about it. She is nonplussed. You're like, okay, whatever.
She does not get mad about it. She doesn't whine about it. That's another thing. Her father is dead, and there's not one moment that we get a whiny scene, or a scene that feels like false with her.
Right. I mean, she's mourning his death, but not in some kind of oh, look at me way.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's trying to keep it to herself.
There's moments somebody says something about her dad. Ain't that the movie been like, don't you say anything about my dad. You don't have that right. You take the knowledge. She just goes off. She's like, yeah, that shit was
yeah.
That was rough. You don't understand, but I don't expect you to. Her friends, I thought they were gonna just be kind of just regular types too. Like Jen.
Yeah.
Jen is handsome, and Jen has, Jen is the opposite of Yi. Yeah. Jen cares nothing but about social media.
Constantly on his phone, constantly about his new shoes.
His shoes? Boy, if you don't, I'm going to take those shoes and shut up your ass. You say that something about those shoes again. Always crying about his shoes. He's a hoe.
Yeah.
He got all these girls around town. But Jen, and the funny thing is, I looked at Jen. I said, Jen got a cousin, a little old fat ass Ping right here. And since Ping is not as handsome, all he has is his comedy relief. All he has is jokes.
Yeah,
I was like,
plus he's a younger kid.
He's a younger kid. Hey, that's his cousin. I was like, well, yeah, I'm sorry, Ping, but Jen got you on that too. Jen ended up being like the really funny one.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Well, it's funny how both of those characters initially, I thought these two guys are gonna be annoying. I'm down with Yi. I'm ready to follow her. But one is too goofy. The other one is too uptight to the point of being annoying and a caricature. Yeah. But over time, they both kind of normalized, and I was like, you know what? I actually like traveling with the three of them.
Yeah, because they didn't do the whole thing in a movie where it was we have to make them argue.
Yes.
We got to force them to argue to get along with each other. They didn't do that. Yeah. Even when Jen seemed like he was making fun of Yi was cool about it.
Yeah.
And when it came right down to it, Yi was all about, look, I'm gonna talk shit to you when I see you, but I got your back.
Yeah.
Like there was early on, when he thought she was in danger, or he thought she was about to go off and do something kind of crazy, he was looking out for her, man.
Yeah. You don't usually, from the way this movie started, or for so much of the setup, I wasn't expecting something that complex with these characters.
Yeah, no, they're actually really cool. I mean, all of them are. Look, Martin, they're just good kids. All of them are good kids, man.
When do we ever get that?
Yeah, all of them are really cool kids. I mean, like they're funny. They got great personalities. They actually are kind to each other, even though they rib each other a few times. But who doesn't do that?
Something I also really, it's funny. Throughout this movie, it was so yin and yang.
Yeah,
because there's things I liked and things I didn't like, and right off the bat, I did not like the design of the Yeti. I thought it was just too simple.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the design of all the other characters. I was just like looking at the character design on each like everybody. I was like, man, I really dig these character designs.
Yeah.
They really went a lot, even with the villains. The main guy, I was like, wow, I like how you guys have drawn and put him together.
Oh, Eddie Izzard's character?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
mean,
did
like
too.
you look at his eyes, you can see so much in him.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I thought at first, like, I'm not too crazy about I'm not gonna say I wasn't crazy. It was just kind of like, well, they just look like standard CG family film animated characters. But once they started talking, they were very expressive, and I don't even know if the designs are any greater than what we've seen from a lot of movies. I think just that since these characters are not pushed to be the typical characters we see in these movies, they concentrate on their emotions and acting.
Yeah, their personality certainly carries a lot. But
yeah.
I also think a lot of it is that we never see movies that are set in modern day China, especially these movies. And I was just right off the bat, I was just overwhelmed, just being refreshed at like, oh man, I'm getting a new setting. a new culture that I get to live in for this 90 minutes.
Well, I tell you
that.
What was cool is that they said it in modern day China, but it's never made a big deal.
Yeah,
and
no,
look,
it's not. It's not.
It's never meant to look. People are kind of beyond mocking now, but the opposite is like, oh, look how we representing. Look how fair we're being. Nah, it was never called to attention.
Yeah.
It's a natural presentation of the culture.
Yeah,
and I like that. And I'm with you on Everest. I mean, I like Everest, but out of all the characters, Everest was designed to be a toy.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Everest,
he looks like I want to say a Muppet, but not even an actual Muppet, but like one of those other kid shows that uses puppets.
Yeah.
Like
he looks like a puppet.
Like Hot Fudge or something, just with that underbite or whatever he's got going on. Yeah, I was just like, man, they've just made him so simple.
Yeah, to be the main creature here. I know look, these characters aren't really realistic, but he's the one that just looked like. Well, this movie looked like it was for older kids. He looked like something from a Nick Jr. show.
Yes.
Yeah, he was designed to be a plush toy, and that's why I like the character. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I like the character.
Everest is sweet.
Yeah,
but it just looked like out of all the great design that they got in this movie, they've specifically dumbed that shit down so kids will buy it, so they can make a toy. I really found this movie to be a very sweet natured film, man. Even with nobody farted. In the movie,
no.
There was a burp, but that's a cute thing. Even with the gross out humor that they had, somebody gets vomited on.
Yeah,
and it's adorable.
It is.
You just have to see it to know what we're talking about. When it was done, it was like, man, that's cute. Even when they're being nasty, they're cute. I have to look at some of the other characters that I enjoyed. Like Eddie Izzard's character, the main bad guy, the old bad guy who wants to capture all these creatures. And hold him for his just
to prove
just for his ego.
Yeah,
because they, like all these other villains, they laughed at me one time.
Which I swear was the same thing in the Missing Link, where it was a whole like they laughed at me, so I have to bring back the Yeti to prove it.
Wolverine's Hugh Jackman's character. It was like they laughed at me. These Yetis are like, man, get over that shit. Fuck. Really? You that embarrassed? You got to come look for me?
And well, the funny thing is, they both have showdowns on the same bridge.
They should do, and both just as stupid.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Look, Eddie Izzard's character. Not only is it a great design, he plays his old. I forgot the doctor, the Berenstein or something. But that character is hilarious. That kid, he's got this little pickaxe and he just keeps poking people with. And Eddie Izzard is just a great actor anyway. And he's a great voice actor.
It's a great voice.
Yeah, he just he's another reason, as you said, that character is so expressive, man. But there are certain things there that showdown on the bridge. That's what I'm talking about with laziness, man. Look, even for a cartoon, you got to bring just a little bit of believability in there.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it's back and forth. It hit its stride in the middle. I'm like, oh man, I'm digging this. It's sweet. You know what? Even though it might be skewed towards younger kids, there's still so much here to enjoy.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm not down. Using magic is kind of lazy. All right, they do kind of give this something of an explanation, and I'm willing to go with it. But in that third act starts with some characters doing a complete turning a 90-degree angle with their personality, where they just go like, "Hey, let's do a little switcheroo," and I was like, "That shit came out of nowhere." Okay.
Well, I have to tell you, man, this movie it had some surprises that I didn't see coming, and I like those.
Did you?
I did because
like,
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
There's kind of a twist in this movie that I didn't see, and I was like, where you were like, I was like, oh shit. So I didn't mind it. I was like, okay. Again, there's some conventions that they use to discover it that I don't really like, but as far as this twist that happened, I'm like, man, I didn't see that coming. I was like, that's kind of cool. No, somebody gets kicked off a bridge, and you see them die.
I know,
and they still live through the dumbest way. I can't tell you what happens, but somebody gets kicked off. They punt somebody off a bridge, and they live.
Yeah,
in the dumbest way.
I mean, that is the thing with movies like this. When they know they're for kids, they take a lot of liberties. They stretch it beyond.
They
You're
really
like,
do.
Man, y'all broke this. I hope you know that. And you think you've been it, but you broke it.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff that happens in that big conclusion.
Magic is brought in for one because they think because it's a cartoon, or one, nobody's going to say anything about it. Two, well, it gives the animators some really magical imagery to do, some magical things. And that's cool, man. But it also says that we're using magic because we don't have time to flesh out this story. It's a kids movie.
Yeah.
And we don't have time to just really go through logical things.
Yeah. I mean, look, hey, if you're just trying to get from point A to point B and get your story out so you can finish and get your paycheck, I get it. But when you do things like this, it makes people, when they go back again, watch from the beginning or even think back to the beginning, you're like, well, wait, was this ever really a problem?
I'm not sitting up here holding a lot against
One thing I will say, like the whole, him not being able to do things he should, or a character who you said, gets punted off the bridge and died. When I saw it, those scenes, kids were crying their eyes out.
They were?
Yes. Yes. I mean, they were younger kids, so I'm not always used to younger kids there. But there was crying going on all around me, and parents going, shh, shh.
Really?
They're going to be okay. Yeah.
Man, some shit got cold-blooded in this, man.
Yes, it did.
I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
I was like, you need to check yourself.
Right?
You need to settle down. Yeah, they got cold-blooded at some point in the movie, man. That's why I kind of liked it. The art direction in this is really amazing. I was already impressed with what they were doing, as you were saying, with the city. Us just being able to see China like it is.
Yeah.
But then, when they got out into the wilderness and they became all lush and everything, I was like, man, this is beautiful.
I know. I mean, it's a good, travel log for China. I was like, I never think about it, but I want to take this trip she's talking about.
I want to go on that trip too. I mean, I want to go with that goddamn Yeti.
Right?
Because everywhere that Yeti went, he changed that shit into an amusement park. That, it's not only beautiful, it's not only very lush and beautiful and is rich with color, but some of it gets exciting. There was a point where my stomach was in my throat at one point because of the experiences that I've had on amusement park rides.
Turn!
That's what you get. No, Everest, quit playing. No, you want it bigger. But I watching it on the screen, I felt that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah. I enjoy what they did with the environments in this, and man, I gotta tell you, they use those environments. It's not just for looks either. They use those environments just to really pull at your emotions, man. That scene because the music in this is really cool.
Yeah,
it's a lot of because Yi plays the violin. There's a lot of there's a lot of orchestration going on, but a lot of strings.
Yeah,
and that scene where
a lot of traditional and electric violin.
Yeah, and that scene where she was on that She was on that hill. She was playing that violin, and she started thinking about her dad, and those tears started coming out. Man,
It's emotional.
Man, that got to me.
Yeah.
I got choked up a little bit, man.
Yeah.
For a movie that I was talking shit about.
I
Like,
know. That's why I was like, wow. This movie caught me off guard several times.
it gets a little too lazy at points with the writing, but those aren't the majority of the film.
I mean, it's lazy and it's derivative, but it's charming enough to overcome that
It
more
really
often
is.
than not.
It's like Dora.
I thought about that, like that whole thing with them. I was like, this reminded me of Dora. This the dynamic between these kids.
Yeah, where Dora, where it was made by the chemistry between the kids, but also look. Let's just be honest. Let's be real with each other. Dora ain't that good of a movie.
No.
No, not at all. But I mean, we walked out. We had sat up here and just talked through the whole review. We talking about, this movie, it ain't original, derivative. That where that fox come from? No explanation. We talked a lot of shit about that movie, and then we finally, when it was done, we were like, but man, I sure felt good when I walked out.
I know. I had a good time watching.
Man, Dora, it was just cool hanging with Dora. I still got to say, this is a matinee. And we often use the excuse of, some of these kids or some of these movies for kids when they are lazy, or they're not original, or there's stuff that they're kind of just you see all the time in these family films. Wait, the kids don't care. Let them watch it at home. They probably got shit like it at home. But kids, when you think about it, they're like, well, shit, we like to get out the house too. If you need an excuse to take your kids to a film or take them out and spend some time with them, I don't know if I'd rush to see this, but it really is, it's sweet enough, and I think it has enough heart in it to where even you will be moved as you watch it with your kids. And that's why I say this, I think this is worth a matinee for me.
I thought matinee myself, and at times I thought that this is probably not going to get above a rental, and it proved me wrong over and over again, because it does have the heart and the charm, and you can see that people really worked on it, and they had a lot of care with this. If you have a kid who's bugging you to see it, you would go watch it and go like, that actually, I didn't mind that at all. That was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'll take you again. I'll watch it myself again.
Yeah.
No, it's a matinee.
Yeah, no, and like I said, man, I actually thought about what I said. This is a movie that made me like really think, wow, I've been an asshole all these years. Just telling me, these kids, let them watch stuff at home. Don't spend that money on it. They don't care anyway. Your kids are stupid anyhow.
No.
And now I'm thinking like, wow, man.
Yeah, why can't they get quality entertainment?
Yeah, why can't they just, they want to go somewhere too. There are moments when parents want to spend time with their kids and sometimes watching a movie. And while those movies might not be the greatest movies out there, they might not be great at all, but really they are great for you spending time with your kid and watching something that is really making an effort. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Everest probably saved my kids. Because if I had kids, man, I'll tell you how I ain't ready for parenthood. It's like, shit, you want to go to a movie? That's what fucking Netflix is for. Put this shit on and watch it. Same shit as theater. Just watch this shit right here.
Here's a movie pass card. Do the best you can.
Yeah. Everett's got me thinking that shit over again, man. I'm thinking, hey, maybe I will spend time with my kids. Maybe I will be a good father, Just maybe. Everest gave me hope. Hit that subscription button, get notifications, and also check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. You can get more of us over there because you'll find the long version of this video. And those are also uncensored, unedited. And you'll also find the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at our store, dtmerch.com. And remember to always stay